How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday. Sumit here, aka G82 Zoom, Philly Bimmer Club. We are here at Maximum PSI, which is a shop that I use. If you guys saw my previous video, we're running a service together, getting the ECUs unlocked via Femto, getting the tune in there. So we got the ECUs back in just 8 days. That's to Finland, unlock, back. And day 10, here we are dyno tuning here at Max PSI. So this is my friend Miguel, G82 Comp M4 NJ. Please give him a follow. We just actually did a couple 93 pulls, getting the 93 tune dialed in. And next we're gonna go up to some 85 tunes. So yeah, super excited to see how this car runs as well and what kind of power it puts down on ethanol. So we'll have the results right after. Got the E50 tune. Let's see what this baby does. Nice. Yo, you matched mine. That's crazy. With X drive. 717.
611.
Matches my X drive, sorry, my rear wheel drive power, which is crazy. That means he's actually pushing more power than I am.
Let's see where we go from there.
So mine was 717 rear wheel drive, X drive 717, which has more drivetrain loss. So he's actually pushing more power than my car. How you feel? How you feel? 717, stock motor, stock turbos, just a full, not even a full bolt-on, just exhaust and a dump pipe. So that's literally DP tune, 717 to the wheels on X drive. So yeah, baby, let's see what it does after a couple more revisions. Pretty excited. What we got? Holy shit. 733 on X drive. That is impressive. That is impressive. Why am I tuning your shit faster than mine, bro? Yo, Pureboost, I'm coming back for 750, all right? So we're comparing dyno graphs. Mine 717, 702, rear wheel drive.
If you look at based off of RPM, which is how we're normally plotting it, RPM, everything else being the same, standard corrected, smoothing 5. You look at these, they look like two very similar plots. Both of them are being run from the same start to end RPM, but we're looking at, oh man, why is your car making a ton more torque down low, and it's a little bit less peak power, but yeah, when I was clicking through it, I mean, we're running both of them in 5th gear,
right?
But this is a 8-speed auto all-wheel drive versus the manual trans rear-wheel drive. So if we overlay it instead by wheel speed, you can see that your blue run, we're starting the run at 55 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, and we're running to 160 mile an hour.
Right.
Versus his was going from 40 to 130 miles an hour. So it's definitely not the same gear ratio. So we're hitting more torque on your car because it's loading the car up heavier. It could be some differences in the calibration. I mean, it's not an apples to apples,
right.
It's not the same car, but yeah, a lot of it, if we took this car and we made a pull in 6th gear, we may have a similar result. It may actually be a much closer thing, but it really comes down to just consistency.
So in that gear, like mine's longer, obviously. That's why it's going to.
For sure. I mean, like I said, just looking at this, your run would be closer to us doing a pull in 6th, or some gear in between.
Right.
But we're also getting into this is plenty of wheel speed and plenty of load. The all-wheel drive cars, when we're running it on the linked all-wheel drive dyno, it really loads the hell out of everything to begin with, and we try and not run like 200 mile an hour with this huge belt drive assembly. So this is a plenty long dyno pull.
So yeah, I mean, power-wise, we're not too far off. Torque, as you can see, you know, a lot higher torque on mine. You know, we want to, you know, keep it 700 max on these cars, stock motor, and let's see how. We'll see. I know Miguel's gonna do some runs on the street. Again, dyno numbers got to match the street numbers, so excited to see how that comes. Thank you, Mike.
The dyno, you know, the dyno is just one part of it. Yeah. Once you actually go out to the track and start seeing what they do.
Track, not street. No, go to Mexico.
Whatever. I mean, street runs too, whatever. But I mean, if all else is equal and both cars have traction, I'm curious to see, you know, if they're going to be trapping similar quarter-mile times. Obviously, you got some benefits of the 8-speed auto has pretty brutally quick shifts. Yeah. You know, just like the DCT cars, you know, of earlier years. So it's hard to match that 100%. But as we start pumping more of these through the shop, I'm curious to see if it's just kind of a difference on the dyno and they're kind of translate to about the same on this track, or you know, if there actually is a big jump in power from one to the other. So
yeah, I mean, I have a big, obviously with the drivetrain and then the launch control being way better, I think, on these cars on the all-wheel drive. I'm intrigued to see our both 60 to 130s where it's more even, and see how it does in the mid end. So let's see if that power comes in handy.
I mean, I'm really excited to see where things go once we rip the Band-Aid off and it just turns into built trans, big turbos, and all the bells and whistles, because as long as it doesn't just completely annihilate the drivetrain, these things, I mean, they're going 950s on stock turbo, stock motor cars.
Crazy. With
literally no effort put into it. So with like a built motor, port injection, all the bells and whistles, you know, these things are going to be 1,200 plus horsepower cars, assuming that they stay together. I was looking at the front drive shaft. I mean, it's like that at one point. So, and there's no room there to make it bigger. It's got no physical room to put a larger drive shaft in there. So I see that as a potential.
So I should probably not launch as much.
I mean, the all-wheel drive auto is definitely much softer than if you're sidestepping a manual trans, you know, rear-wheel drive car. So, yeah, we'll see.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Again, Max PSI. I look out for their build. I'm sure they're gonna go balls to the wall on that one. So, what's going on? Zoom here. We are here in Atco with S. Bernard, S50 NYC. We got Miguel, G82 M4 Cop. What's your name again? AJ. With another S58 gang over there. So we're having a great time. So as you know, Miguel, we just got him tuned on Friday. He just ran a 10.0 first pass. So I'm gonna have the video right after this. It was pretty awesome. This car right over there. It's gonna go up for a second run. So yeah, dyno numbers one thing, but if you can put it down in the street, that's another thing. So super excited for his performance. He's gonna hit 9s hopefully on the next run. And he's not even tuned for quarter mile yet. So obviously we're sending logs to the tuner, trying to dial that in. So full weight, right? And see what he does.